Welcome to episode 4 of Dawnridge on Farming Simulator 26, the mobile and Switch version of the game. Once again, I am playing on the Nintendo Switch, and if you'd like to pick up a copy of the Nintendo Switch version, I'll put a little card off on your screen at some point just down below. That does go to support the channel. It is a beautiful April morning. I've been doing contracts like crazy. First thing I want to note here is our wheat is ready to harvest, which is awesome. So we are going to harvest that. I still don't want to deal with the straw. I just don't. Sorry. Let's get out of there. Let's go into here. Let's see. Animals are doing good. Ooh, the eggs are empty right now, which means they probably finished up another pallet. They did. Okay, so with that, I want to note. Let's go to the store. I did test something. So I did a harvest, or not a harvesting contract. I did a transport contract where it gives you this trailer, the AgriLiner, and then it also gives you this guy. I tested it. You can just lift a pallet with this guy and move pallets around individually. So I'm assuming that's what all these do. But this guy right here, the AgriLiner, I hauled it with my tractor, no pallet fork set up on the front, and it was able to pick stuff up. So yeah, and that holds 12 pallets. That's a screaming deal. I think we're going to go ahead and just, we're going to need it eventually. Let's go ahead and buy that. Okay, perfect. Now, the other thing I want to note as well, if we get out of here, we go to, where is it, challenges. We've got our weekly bonus here, so we're going to redeem that. There we go, and we got nothing right now, so we got to wait for anything else. So with that, since last time we did wheat, which is the one we did, after we get these guys harvested here, we're going to hold off on doing basically any... we're not going to plant anything, because I want to figure out what the next bonus is going to be before we invest too much time in that. So I'm just going to record this segment, and then I'm going to wait, which as I'm recording this, it's Wednesday, so I'm going to wait until Monday when the new bonuses are going to come out. But what we can do in the meantime, we can go ahead and let's get our harvest underway. We still can repurpose those fields, so we'll still get them cultivated. That way they're ready for whatever we want to do in the future. We'll just start over here since I'm right here. Okay. Let's get you set to cultivate. And with the other tractor, we'll go pick up that pallet trailer. We also need to get a sprayer at some point. That I do think we should invest in. I don't know what the bonus will be. It may be something we don't even want to do, which is okay, just is what it is. If it's like harvest 38 billion liters of grapes or something like that, I don't know, we may not want to do that, so we'll kind of play it by ear, but for now we don't know what it is, so we're going to wait, because I don't want to, get involved planting and harvesting stuff, because, I mean, I don't need to record a ton of these episodes right now. I've already pre-recorded a few, obviously, so, yeah, I'm just kind of curious to see what the next challenge is going to be. So, because I want to try to do those, because I think that's a good way for us to make money. Yeah, it's cheating in a certain way, but at the same time, we have to do the work, and it's part of the game. So, yeah. But with this, we can go ahead and pick those eggs up, put them into storage. Oh, we don't run out of space there, which I don't think we are at a risk of doing, but... I don't know when eggs are at a good price, selling-wise. When is the best time for them? November. Okay. I'm sure I'll have to check that again because I'll forget, but just wanted to make sure that now was not that time, so we'll keep storing them in our little pallet warehouse here. Okay, pull up next to it, then you hit B. Boom. Loads it up there for you. I think, left and X. There you go. Put it in there. And I'm assuming if I go to the other side, I could load up the pallets if I wanted to. Haven't really used it a whole lot. Oh, interesting. Okay, so the other side, which that kind of, I mean, either way, I mean, it's fine either way. I'm just going to park this guy here for now. But for the other side, it looks like you just go up to the wrench, and you have the pallet spawn, and then you drive the trailer up and pick them up. Kind of interesting. Yeah, you can go in here and... Oh, I have... What, the egg pallets? I thought those were full. I thought they were full because there's nothing listed on the eggs down there. They're at 0. What the... I thought we had 2,000 liters of eggs. Oh, I've been gypped. Been gypped. Not that it matters a whole lot. We'll still sell them, but... Oh, that's frustrating. Alright, anyhow. How much are sprayers again? Not that I'm going to get one right now, right this instant, but I'm kind of curious. 80,000, that one's crazy. For only 6 more meters, that seems extremely unnecessary. Yeah, that'll be the one we'll get. 30 meters. Oh, but it says it holds 5,200 liters. You don't have to refill it. Ever. Well, these have capacities too. That's so interesting to me. You'd never have to refill them. The capacity is literally irrelevant for those. I don't know. Some things about the mobile game kind of make me laugh, but... okay, you're doing your thing. Let's get you actually ready to... all wheat. Placed into our silo. Yeah, farm's doing good. I don't know. The first episode just posted this morning, so I don't know if you guys are hating the series or loving it or what. Yeah, so hopefully you guys are enjoying it. At least some of you. I mean, not everyone's going to care about the mobile game, but hopefully some of you guys are watching it and enjoying it. That's the whole point, you know? That some of you guys are enjoying going through the series. I've learned quite a bit, honestly, just by playing this little series here. So far, I've learned quite a bit about the game, which is, yeah, I mean, that makes sense. It's the way to learn about the game, but yeah. Okay, so what am I going to do? Well, we're going to keep... I've been knocking out a ton of contracts, by the way. That's why we have so much money. We go to our finances. Harvest income. Oh, that's from a... Those are almost all exclusively, excuse me, from contracts. But there's our contract income. Yeah. $52,000 in January is crazy. A little bit of wages here and there, and then obviously that's our new vehicle, but... Property maintenance, seed costs, fertilizer costs, not too bad for those, but... Yeah. I don't know if I mentioned this actually or not. So that one contract I did, I don't know if I mentioned that. I took a potato planting contract. I think that's probably still got potatoes in it. Yeah, I planted this field here with potatoes. The contract paid like $3,800 or something like that. I think it was $3,800, right around there. Then I leased the equipment. I was fixing on a potato planter, so that was $3,400 is all I'm going to get now because it's $400 lease. The amount I spent on seeds for that was like $8,000. So I lost a lot of money on that contract. So don't do potato planting contracts. You will lose money. It's pretty much what I discovered. So just be aware of that. But yeah, so what am I going to do? I'm going to get the wheat harvested off camera. I keep thinking about getting the straw, but... Forage wagon, $77,000. I wish they had a cheaper one. There are cheaper ones in the main game. Everything's just so expensive. It's like they were like, let's take the most expensive of these options, because these are the most expensive round balers, or standalone round balers in the main game as well. I don't know what's up with that, but anyhow, it is what it is. I guess if you want to put, I don't know, if you're going to choose so many pieces of equipment, I guess you want to put the nice stuff in there, but it'd be nice to have, you know, the cheaper options as well, just so you can have somewhere to work up from. But anyhow, I'm going to get the harvest done. I will bring you guys back in probably in a while. It won't be a while in game, but it'll be a while before I bring you back in real life, because I'm going to wait until we see those challenges and we can kind of go from there. So I'll see you guys in a bit for that. All right, well, I loaded in today, which today is Friday. Just I was like, you know what, I'll just load in and I'll have a worker cultivate our fields real quick. And I just like, you know what, I'll check challenges, see if there's anything in there. There is. Well, obviously we have our weekly money boost. So that one will be $30,000 we get in 6 days, which is great. But this one, 3 days left. That one just all of a sudden showed up. Fields need proper nutrients to boost your crops. Attach fertilizer spreader to your tractor and fertilize 3 hectares on your farm to increase yield. 7.413 acres is our fields times 2. So we'll have to do our fields twice. So we have to grow something twice. Now I'm thinking, since we have to go to our seeders, here we go. This is what we got. So we could do wheat, barley, oats, canola. I'm thinking we do canola because canola just pays out really well. Then we don't have to worry about straw being on there. So I think we'll actually do really good off of that. So I think we plant some canola. So let's get over to this guy. I'm just going to have him disconnect that. We'll plant some canola. And then we will get it fertilized because that'll get our bonus going. Which, how much was that bonus? $10,000, which isn't a lot. But, yeah, that's worth it, you know? Why not? Why not get a $10,000 bonus to do, you know, just basic farm stuff? So, yeah, I'm good with that. We'll get that done. And then we should be able to... I gotta look into when we can sell our wheat and stuff as well. But let's get this guy working over here. And, yep, you get that done. Okay, so if we go in here, let's look at prices. So we have wheat. What is it? It's December, isn't it? Yeah, December, which, it's April now, so it's been a while before we can sell that. We want to get the best price. Because I'm, like, thinking about what we should buy. Another field would be great. 202 might be the cheapest field. Yeah, I think it is. Yeah, okay, so where's that 202 field? It's over by us, isn't it? Yeah, it's that one right there. How much is that one? That one's 248. I'd rather buy that one next, but, I mean, we're going to buy that one probably eventually anyway, so 202 for that. We can sell fields, can't we? Can I sell this field? Oh, I can't sell fields? Oh, wow. Or maybe if I select it? Hold on. No, I am selected on it. You can't sell fields. That's crazy. So once you buy a field, it's yours, which is kind of scary because eventually that's going to lead to no contracts, which that's our bread. But I mean, I guess at that point you'd have enough income. All right, well, this guy's done. Let's get this guy parked out of the way. There's one contract out there that's a spraying contract. And I did look, because one thing I was curious about, and I'll check again too, but if you go into here, obviously you can do field jobs. There's sowing, tedding, windrow, build grape orchard, build olive orchard, create arable farmland, cultivate with disc harrow or cultivator, which I don't know why one's cheaper, fertilizing, and then back to mowing, sowing, all that stuff. There's no spraying. So that's kind of... So I guess you have to spray yourself? I don't know. I guess you can't hire someone to spray. Because I was like, I bet that would be a pretty easy way to go about it. But yeah, I still think, honestly, a sprayer would be a good investment for us. Maybe we do that next. Because that'll increase our yield a little bit more. Since we pretty much have to spray every time, I think, for most crops and things like that. We might as well get... a sprayer. And then we could probably do some contracts for spraying too. With that sprayer. So, yeah. But anyhow, I'll leave you just hooked up to that. He's going to work on getting that stuff done there. We could buy a sprayer. I don't know. We'll figure that out. You guys are laying eggs. Hopefully you better be getting to work on those eggs. But, yeah, so just be aware of that. It may not be on Mondays. They did say it would be every Monday on their recent podcast thing, but, yeah. But I don't know. So we'll see. And I don't know if there's like a limit. Like after you do so many of them, are they going to go away? I'm assuming the weekly money boost ones aren't going to go away. But yeah, I just don't know. So anyhow, I'm going to get this stuff planted. I'll bring you guys back in when it's time to probably fertilize these bad boys, because I'm assuming that they're not fertilized right now. Growth. Yeah, those are all going to need to be fertilized, and then they'll have weeds on them eventually as well. And then maybe at that point we will buy a weeder, because I think that might be a good investment. Probably even before we get another field. Yes, another field will increase what we can do, but being able to take care of our fields is probably pretty important. So, and we can afford that right now and still have some cash. So that might be what we work on getting done. But anyhow, I'm going to get some of that stuff done. I will see you guys here in just a bit. All right, everything is planted, which is great. Any contracts? I haven't checked in a little bit. Oh, yeah, we're going to go ahead and borrow items on that. Let's just get that started right away. Get a worker working on that. Sure, why not? Where is this even at? way up there in the corner. That's not too bad, actually, of a drive. Let's get this guy started up there, then we'll get our fields fertilized. And that should put us, I think we have just over 4 acres of field. So again, 2 harvests with us fertilizing should do it. We may get contracts in the meantime for fertilizing that will allow us to kind of do a little bit faster, better than that. But we'll kind of have to play it by ear and see where we're at. Let's get this guy over there and get him working. This will take a while. Sometimes it looks a little glitchy. Doesn't look good when it does that. But what can you do? You know, what can you do? And I thank you guys for the comments about cruise control, how there is one if you're on the mobile game, on like a mobile phone, but I mean we are on the mobile game here, but there's not one for the Switch, which is definitely an oversight, I think. Even like if you could just double click it, you know, to set cruise, that'd be kind of nice. Make sure, is this, yep, this is, okay. We'll hire you. Alright, let's get you parked, and then we'll get fertilizer done. And canola should make us some good money. Definitely do, I think we'll make more off of the field. Yes, the yield will be less compared to wheat, but I think overall we'll still make more off of these fields doing canola than we will with wheat. And we'll probably buy a sprayer too, honestly, so that's also obviously going to increase our yield even more. Let's go ahead and dump this here. We'll hook up our fertilizer spreader. There we go. We'll do GPS because that just does make it a lot easier. Ooh, easy does it. In line. There we go. Alright, money's flying down as it does. Following contract's already 3%. That's awesome. They'll knock that out pretty quick then. Okay. But unfortunately has to be done in 3s. This one will do kind of, when it's a partial one, I just kind of you know, turn it on and off kind of rapidly, so you can see we're obviously saving quite a bit of money because we're not really, doesn't technically need that much fertilizer. Here we go. Get over here. Get this done, and then we'll see kind of how we're looking on that challenge. Be pretty squared away, and we'll also make sure that obviously this field's fully fertilized. But we should be sitting pretty good. I just run off into the... That should have done all of it. Let's look at fertilizer. That looks... missed a touch there. But that should be fine. I'm not going to worry about that. Boom, already 1.583 acres done, which that should be slightly... Yep, 583, yep, that's slightly less than that field, which makes sense because we missed a touch. That's good. Easy to be able to do this with 2 harvests. Get this field done over here. Give it a second to load it, and that, we were lined up perfect right there. Go across there. Excellent. He does it. Easy does it. Let's kind of spam the button there. Nope, didn't want to do that. I accidentally pushed down on the joystick. That happens when I get into it. I start pushing buttons I don't mean to push. Alright, let's get over here. One should load. Yeah, let's get a little bit better lined up here. I love that there's GPS in this. That honestly just... absolute lifesaver, really. Absolute lifesaver. GPS is just so helpful. Yeah, we should be sitting right about 4 acres once we're done with everything. Okay, make sure we're still looking good. Yeah, a couple chunks here and there missing, but overall pretty good. We'll zoom all the way out. That's usually how I like to look at the map. All right, and let's get this one going. This one will take a couple passes. Here we go. I'm sure this saves compared to the worker too, because the workers won't go all the way up to the end of the field like that. They just do the center. They'll kind of divide it up weird. But you actually can kind of tell where I've fertilized. That was one of my complaints earlier. It's kind of hard to tell, but that you can see a little bit further down where I fertilized comparatively. But yeah, it's still not super clear, but it's definitely better. All right, let's go across here. And then after this, I'll probably put a break in until we buy our sprayer. I think that'll be our next thing we're going to do. Which should be tomorrow in game? Because the crop should grow up, and then... This one doesn't have very much overlap, I'll just hit it. But yeah, the crop should grow up tomorrow, and then have some weeds on there for us to take care of. So we should be able to do that pretty straightforward. I also am going to curious... I'm going to... Words are hard. I'm curious how much we just spent on fertilizer for today. What is it? Good. Okay, $700 to do all of ours. That's not too bad. 113 in seeds. That's not too bad at all. Wages not too bad either. Oh, where are we going? Don't need to be going down here. Let's head back over to the farm. Okay, and then we should be doing pretty good on that challenge. Yep, 4.037 acres, so easily be able to get that done by the time it's time to harvest. I just got to make sure I play this game over the next 3 days, otherwise I'll be very sad. I mean, worst case scenario, we'll still be fine until we get canola, but it'd be nice, obviously, to get that bonus with it as well, so yeah. Okay, I will keep working. I'll bring you guys back in when it's time to get ourselves a sprayer. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is time. We are going to, we're going to buy our sprayer. Go ahead and get over to crop protection, and I mean, this, no reason for that, I think, ever. One, and yes, look at horsepower car. All right, well, we'll just see if we can pull it with this. I think we'll be fine, honestly, but we'll see. Gosh, it hurts to put $79,000 out there. And then challenges, how we doing? Yeah, we just gotta get that one done, and yeah, okay. Love, love, love it. All right. Let's hook up to our sprayer and get some spraying done. Good stuff. Not any contracts really either right now, just a transporting one. Not too worried about it this time. All right. Hooked up. Possibly. There we go. All right, all right, all right. Let's go ahead and I think we'll do it ourselves. Go ahead and yes, on flying. I'll say they're gonna turn left, and then they're gonna be in my way again, anyways. But nope, they went the other way. Good. All right, get down over here. Our wonderful fields. Yeah, I think overall this will help us because it'll help. Yeah, I mean it'll help us. You know, it's gonna help us overall. Save us money, hopefully. There. We go. This is so expensive to spray too. Goodness gracious. This better be worth it. That's all I can say. We'll see how much we get off the fields. That'll be a good indicator to see what's kind of worth it here.
Really don't want to get those center areas. Actually, the weeds kind of look like they're getting got by this guy anyways. We'll see how the field looks on the PDA. Barely. I'm not going to go back in and get those little chunks like that. I just don't think that's worth it. These ones are going to be tough ones here, because it's going to be one row and then, yeah, a lot of overlap. A little bit in that corner there. We'll see how the field looks after this. I really don't want to... Yeah, it's not going to be worth the extra money that we're spending going over it another time, I don't think. To get that little bit weeded there. Yeah, that's pretty solid. I mean, who cares about those little pieces? That'll be plenty good for us. I will say, I did say the other sprayer is useless. It might be a better width, actually, for some of these fields. Go. I'm wondering if we can kind of do like this kind of number. What does that field look like now? That actually got... I wonder if the game is giving me some, like, very nice leeway in terms of spraying. This is actually working out real good for us. Let's get our last field done real quick. Hey, car. Try to get us better lined up for this. This one's perfect for 2 rows. Did not line up very well for that. All right. Yeah, 2 rows on this one should be about perfect. And hopefully we get to a point where we're just kind of just making money hand over fist. That's kind of the goal, I guess, right? Want to make sure we didn't waste anything. How much of that did that get? That got quite a bit of that field. That's definitely more than it covered, but that's a wide enough swath. I think it'll be worth it to do another row, I think. There we go. I wish you could have it unfolded though. I hate that you have to. That's how it works. It seems dumb to me, but it's all right. Living with it. Yeah, it definitely sprays beyond its actual width. Kind of nice, actually. There we go. Okay, all sprayed up. And I think that's where we'll end this episode. I don't know when I'll bring you guys back in. I'm probably going to bring you guys back in around harvest time. We'll see how that goes. I'll do some contracts in the meantime, try to make us some more money here and there. But that's the end of this episode. If you guys enjoyed, please drop a like down below. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button up on the screen to join the Farmer Cop channel and turn your notification bells so you don't miss any future videos I may post. This has been Farmer Cop. Thank you guys for coming and watching. I'll see you guys on the next one.